All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. It is Messy Monday. I'm building on my build table, so I've got that camera on today. So, but Mr. Sandlin's going to be hitting buttons and stuff. I am building the blacksmith shop, and it is pretty amazing and enjoying this so much. So I'm hoping the space wins. It is Monday again. Anyway, so I'm going to build that while we're chatting and everything. So, sky's the limit. Mark's got his button on the PG-13 button. So I will go ahead and throw this out there. Have you guys, let me share this real quick. Have y'all seen the new contest that Lego Ideas has put out? Let me share the screen. Chrome tab. Super excited about it. Jeff shared it with me. So therefore he said, for one of us to win it. Here it is. I don't know if you can see that or not. It is the Ideas Space Build contest. Basically, you're building a gift with purchase set from between 150 and 250 bricks with a space theme. And your prize is 10 copies of your final gift with purchase set. Apollo, Saturn V, Space Station, Lunar Lander, Imperial TIE Fighter for some reason, the Space Ride rocket, which won a long time ago, the vintage car, which is sold out, and a lovely tote. So,
I'm doing it for the tote bag.
A vintage car.
Yeah, you can sell all that off and make a pretty sizable. Anyway, so you can do it physical bricks, digital designer, that whole thing. So you'll find that on Lego Ideas. I think I found it through the link in the blog after Jeff had sent it to me. So put your space mocks out there, put in the entries because we want something cool and not town-based for a really cool space set. And I'm going to throw something in Classic Space because I think it would be awesome if they made a little cool Classic Space box and the whole graphics and everything. That would be amazing. Brett Hooper, man, what's going on? Good to see you. City Baran, I hope I said that right. Good to have you here. Keeper is here. Red Carnage is here. So anyway, what do you think? Do you think this is actually an opportunity, or is this a get out of jail free card in case they don't make a space set with the 90th anniversary? What do you think?
Get out of free.
Get out of free card?
I'm mad. Get out of jail free.
They're totally making a castle for their 90th anniversary set. That's my feel.
Yeah, I'm completely with the whole vote idea. That was just a front for getting a bunch of marketing information, stats, data on AFOLs.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Get serious, they are.
I'm with you fellas.
We need the Weird Al tinfoil hat gift to go pop on this chat on occasion. So, but I am more and more tending to agree with you on that. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like they're going to make whatever set they want to make, but they could put the premise out there and just get a feel like maybe there's a bunch of marketing people sitting around saying, if we do an AFOL set, what would be the most popular? If they wanted to come up with something other than the 90th.
Gotcha. So let's see. Have they actually said when that 90th set is actually going to be released?
I think it's next year because it's not the 90th year this year. It's next year.
Right. So that set as it already is in production, pretty much, as far as
It has to be, doesn't it?
usual Lego procedures, right?
No, they can turn around faster than that. They usually plan stuff 2 years out, but they're capable of doing it faster.
Are they capable of anything? No, I'm kidding.
The last one I know they did, the surfboards fell off the side really easy. So.
I mean, just look at when something sells out shockingly fast, like the Frozen set that was like gone in 2 seconds before Christmas. It took them a couple of months to get the factory schedule adjusted, but they could turn around and make more of those things. I mean, they already had the packaging done, all that kind of jazz, but they're fully capable of making it faster than in a 2-year window. They just don't because a lot of the stuff they have long-term planning, and they're getting their queue all set up and the means of production, all that.
Well, but what about the design process, going through all the testing and all that kind of stuff? I mean, they don't have to do marketing testing because that's done for them. But there is a design process. You think they can do that faster?
You don't think
Pretty
they
depends
could,
how many people they throw at the project.
you think they can put a expedite order on it?
8 people working on it.
I like to think when there's money, there's a way.
Well,
Sounds like a true American. We don't have any Canadians tonight, do we? Nope. So,
Or when somebody high enough up the food chain, like EVP, CEO wants it done, it gets there. They find a way.
How quick was the turnaround time from the surfboard car being winning and then actually hitting the shelves? It wasn't 2 years, I don't think.
I have no idea.
That was
Anybody
6
know?
months. I think it was 6 to 8 months. Because I had seen pictures of the proposal, about 8 months ago, before it was released. So, like November, December timeframe, it was in the ideas, it was spotlighted. So, less than a year.
Okay. How does anybody know how long the blacksmith shop was when it won till production? How long was that?
Week and a half.
Okay, that sounds
I'll
good.
go back to what I'm doing here. Thanks.
They have this thing called Google.
I'm building here. I can't do the Googling.
Google, I know her.
Well, put your personal assistant Mark onto it.
Mark's
I'm
in
building-
charge.
I'm building right now. I'm currently working on the Thormec.
Thormec sounds like a really weird company, that makes fertilizer or something. Welcome to
Yeah, they're
Thormec.
in Terre Haute, Indiana.
There you go.
No, I'm pretty sure Thormec is a cabinet at IKEA.
Thormec sounds like some kind of Nordic god-inspired mech with a big hammer.
That's very, very literal of you. That's
Nailed it.
totally.
No one's driving. Bear is driving.
Oh.
So I just wanted to say I finally have Wi-Fi and cable. Although we've been so busy since it got installed about 2 hours ago that we haven't actually turned on the TV yet. So
So you made it to the year 2000.
exactly, I'm here. I'm in the future. I'm just not caught up to this week. On top of that, we ordered a cell phone booster system.
La, la.
Ooh la la, because we have no cell phone system connection, which has been part of the problem with me connecting only one spot. Tonight is just because I'm only in one spot.
The future is nowish. That's funny.
Yeah.
Tim Deering is in the chat. What's up, Dr. Terrible? Good to have you here. No one is driving. That is correct. I may snap back in and drive here just a second. Let me get this stage here.
Bear is driving.
I will say, having picked up that
Is that easier to
pirate
take?
sets last year, I think that there's no reason why there shouldn't be classic retro sets every year. Let's say they did one large in the sort of $100 plus range, and at least one other a little less than that. There's no reason they couldn't. They could make tons of money doing that.
Which is
Oh, I
why they asked the community to vote on it. So they can figure out if every year we're going to do an AFOL set, like a retro set, let's figure out the ones or the subcategories that are going to sell the most.
Yeah. I would hope that they decide to do like a classics line every year, and they have a classic space, they have a classic castle, and they have a classic whatever.
So the thing that disappoints me is this box looks great and all. It would have been really cool if they would have styled this one like the pirate one and put the classic little, the pirate set, which I need to get the Barracuda, whatever it is, Barracuda Bay. But I love the classic styling of the box, with the stripe, the used to say system and stuff like that. This would have been great for them to do. And maybe, to have one of those classic themes coming out in that special box and all that kind of stuff would be super cool. I would like it.
So I'm going to throw a grenade in the room.
Okay, Doug.
So blacksmiths are an integral part of shipwriting. What if that's actually a pirate set?
Well, it's got knights in it.
So knights don't travel on ships to the Crusades?
I haven't asked one lately.
I don't know.
It didn't.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I think it could be cool for them to do like a Viking set where you get like a Viking shipwright with a half-built set, or you can rebuild the ship full. That could be a cool thing.
That would be a cool thing.
Come back to Chris's point about the box.
Talk about a grenade in the room. There it is, right there. Look at that.
The marketing
we're staying away from that one.
Has survey research that shows that putting it in a black box causes it to sell better to adults. That's probably why they did it.
That's true.
You got to remember, not every adult buyer is someone who bought Lego at the same age we did. So it might be nostalgic for people between the age of like 37 and 52, but for other adult buyers, that box packaging means nothing to them probably. So.
I agree, but also they're not putting it as much in Walmart and Target as they are the Lego stores. I don't know. I mean, I just think it would be great. Just as an old guy to be recognized or get a little bit of marketing love, although they're not really aiming at us. But anyway. So do we think that this is all just a castle revival push going on and everything else is just smoke and mirrors? Is it really what we're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that's disappointing.
Well, just for you.
That's what
Castle.
More money.
I don't think that it was just a castle revival. I assume that they already have mocked up a castle set, a space set, and a pirate set in anticipation that one of those three is going to be the finalist. So, but I think that when Castle didn't make the cut, they were like, oh crap, we already have the castle set ready to go. We got to give Castle a shot.
There's just one guy in a warehouse with thousands and thousands of boxes of castle sets going, guys.
I mean, where that 2-year window, that's where if you really think it could take them 2 years to make a set, then they probably already have some prototypes and they probably already have some teams where they said, hey, if this should win, what would you guys toss out? Why don't you get work sketching on something? Because they have the luxury of putting their design teams onto something without knowing exactly. And that's why I'm personally of the opinion that whatever wins, I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to get 3 different anniversary sets, and you can choose the one that you want or buy all 3. And I suspect that the whole marketing side of it wasn't to really pick which one, but to get everybody excited about old school themes, and they're going to roll them all out anyways, and they want you to buy all 3.
Well, what if they decided in advance they were going to put out a castle, but they just didn't know which faction would be the most popular? So this is a way for them to figure out whether this should be a Black Falcons or a Black Knights or a Crusaders faction castle.
Sure.
And if it's a Black Knights, they'll change the color to sort of a little more black. But that way they could sort of have a design process and let fans sort of unofficially decide which faction to focus on. I don't know.
Very possible. Same could be true in space. It could have been Blacktron that won for Classic Space or, Galaxy Squad. Oh, wait, they didn't put Galaxy Squad on the vote.
Verily, I have completed the Odin Sun.
Let's see. Oh, Sarah Starbricks, hi. Welcome to have you here. I know it's late where you are, so thanks for tuning in. Let's see who else is here. Nathan, what's up, man? Nathan Proudlove is yipping somebody. I'm not sure why. All right. And Matt is here. I've had a hard time believing it. Nice. Will only be that. That's true. I mean, they probably will do a whole lot of 90th anniversary. Now, somebody, I think it was Bricks O'Brien said, hey, get 10 themes, the top from and start at the bottom and go from 10 to 1. And over the next 10 years, when it becomes 100, then, have a set per year till the 100th. And then that made me super depressed because I'll be 60 years old then, and I'm not happy about that. So I don't want to think about it at all.
Dirt.
Yeah, older than dirt.
You and dirt.
Me and dirt.
And when
That's
you're
a big
60,
one.
you're only 40 more years away from being too old to play with Lego.
The new one with Betty White, and she's at 99, and it's got the Lego thing, and yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, I can't.
I'm just going to be a rebel and break the rules.
I did it when it said whatever 8 to 16, so I can do it now. So
It used to be 7 to 12, didn't it?
I'm gonna be sitting there in my diaper in my wheelchair building.
Well, you guys don't wear diapers now?
Only on Sunday.
I'll be over
You can
here.
do it faster. You can build it for a longer time that way.
There you go.
Or at least like a sort of astronaut suit or whatever that is.
You can stay on your streak if you know what I mean.
wouldn't that be funny if the people who were on the Lego Masters show started making that a rumor that they were wearing catheters or something like that to do the show?
That'd be great.
New COVID rules because they couldn't leave. And
Even
although I
better,
did hear a rumor about that is that there is more. For Lego Masters, there's a possibility that they will actually be locked down. Last year, they could get out, go buy Lego, get some stuff to tinker with, talk to their families and visit and stuff like that. They weren't not like super sequestered. I mean, they couldn't talk about the show and do stuff, but with COVID rules, they may actually be very sequestered. So that may change the dynamic of the show. So I don't know.
they should build in hazmat suits on camera. That would be amazing.
I mean, if they were just stuck in like some compound or on some island and they couldn't leave for 2 months, they would have to like only hang out with each other and stuff. That could be a great reality show on the side. In addition
That
to
would be cool. Make the whole Lego Island video game, but it's a set, and then they are walking around there building stuff, and then they have Lego racers, and they have to get out and play around while the lizard baron flies over their head. That would be awesome.
It could be like Temptation Island, only the temptation here is will they kill each other before they finish the show.
I don't know what that's like. Do you watch Temptation Island, Matt?
No, I just saw commercials for it.
Come on, you've seen that before, right? That was back in the early 2000s, late
Hot
90s.
chicks are not exactly my thing.
I don't know.
What is happening?
What happened?
What happened?
So while my computer was having a case of the Mondays, did I miss any more of the conspiracy talk?
For this. If it was about Love Island, then yes.
Mohawk,
I don't know. I think it's like you guys said, but I think it's on a grander scale that they have. I think they had something representing all of those sets for the just in case. Like, everybody built a set or whatever, and it's like, okay, we're just sitting here. These are prototypes. Whoever wins will go for it and go from there. But like, I don't think anybody at the Lego group was like, "Why Bionicle?" So.
Yes, I think they did not realize the rabid Bionicle fans that would come out.
I could see like Carl or Micah just being like, "What?"
what about the hypothesis that
It's the lizard people, Jeff. The lizard people are responsible for Bionicle.
This makes perfect sense.
What about the theory that the young Turks that are Bionicle hacked the boat and that's why it came in?
So here's the thing about that is that there's this kid named LJ, and he's been leading the charge. And on Twitter, everywhere, basically, just like going nuts with it. And tomorrow, shameless plug on Beyond the Brick, we're going to be talking to LJ about leading a cult and the repercussions of that.
I love that. What time does that air?
That airs at noon Central, so 1 o'clock Eastern.
Sweet. So check
Lunch-
that out on Beyond the Brick.
Lunchtime programming.
It's called the Quarantine Cast because quarantine. But yeah, it's good fun. 2 weeks ago, I got Joshua Hamlin to admit that he hates Bionicle and Bionicle fans, so that was awesome.
I was there for that, and it was like, wow, he's actually being very candid.
Yeah. Joshua's a good cat. I really like the work that he does. Obviously, we all do to a degree, so it's cool to be part of that.
I don't think I've ever seen them do an interview, especially at Brook Fair, Virginia, which is the mecca of Bionicle people. I don't think I've ever seen them really do an interview with with a Bionicle build. I have seen them do like people where that use the constructibles to make something, but it's like a mech or something, but it's not a Bionicle build.
Because
I've never seen them do an interview with a pure like Bionicle build at Brick Fair.
like I think the last time that they interviewed an actual Bionicle person, it didn't go well. I think that I hope he's not here. I think they interviewed hey, is that Joey? And we all know how Joey goes on speeches. And I'm pretty sure it was 30 minutes of footage they couldn't use. So I love Joey to death, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, Joey.
kid talks a lot.
Well, can I just say that I haven't heard anything for the last couple of minutes because once she wife voiced her husband, I'm like, what did I do wrong? I don't know. I feel guilty.
I looked over at my wife. I thought it was mine. I was like, wait, what?
All the
Sorry,
love,
honey.
all the love.
Yeah, I checked out the hallway too to see if anything happened. So.
Yeah.
I bought a
Call my
little,
mom voice.
That's a serious mom voice. You have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have lots of teachers who volunteer for me, and I will usually say just to one of them, it's like, hey, can you give the kids attention? And they teacher voice up. Because if I do it, they're like, Mr. Chris is having fun. If they hear a teacher voice, they, boom, snap right to it. So
So I'm over here building right now, and I totally just had the worst thing happen.
Oh no!
Oh, wait, let's see. What'd you lose?
It's a 2x10 plate. Just snapped in half as I was
Man
So,
down.
man down.
down.
Oh, humanity. Oh.
I see
I
your
like the
blue
t-shirt,
plate,
by the way.
and I raise you a Fraggle Brown.
Natalie
Where are you?
wants to chime in to say she broke 4 brown pieces today.
Look at how you've got the round part still there.
That's kind of cool.
You could use
Wow.
if this were like
There you go.
if we were in the ancient hunter-gatherer, you could like strap this to the end of a spear and kill like elk or bison with that.
Oh yeah, mine are prison shank sharp.
Wait. How do you know that?
What I did in my youth that you don't want to know about.
He watched Escape from New York.
Ah.
You gonna shiv Superman with your kryptonite shiv?
As much as Shiv talk is great, Jeff, did I ever tell you? I don't think I've told you this. Natalie was probably the biggest Hanlon Brothers fan for the longest time.
That's awesome.
And, yeah, Tom made an introduction at the GBC Loop. Was it last 2019? And I said, hey, would you mind me getting a picture, with my daughter? Because, she loves, Beyond the Brick guys. And so Josh goes over there to take the picture. And I go, oh, but she wants both of you. And John's like, yeah, no one ever asked to take pictures with me.
It's funny you were talking about the blue plates just a minute ago. On the bottom of my police station, that is the bread and butter of what's holding it all together, and I haven't had any snap. I've had a few be like, hey, we're gonna break, and I go, okay, I'm gonna stop using you then, but
Hopes and dreams.
hopes and dreams and praying for the best. So yeah.
Yeah, we had some brick at church in like the play bin or whatever, and a kid came up to me and handed me a brick, and it was in tatters, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, what did this kid do? And then I grabbed another couple. It was just an error and a run, and they were just crumbling. So I had to pull them all out and everything. So, do better, Lego, for real.
I built a small thing for my.
Oh,
big
what you
thing.
got, man?
This is a thing that's going to go on the wall of the castle.
Ooh, that is so
I'm gonna have
rad.
two of these, one on each side. They'll go on like kind of attached here.
We'll blow you back up again. There you go.
There. They'll be
Nice.
kind of attached there, and then I also have. I'm doing another version of the Cobra I did earlier for
Look
the
at that.
a little bigger, and that'll go on top too.
What, is it the toilet?
That's
Fine.
super
So I'm
awesome.
going to curve the snake bit around. I have some more of these hinges on the way. My little sculpture thing.
Magnus, have you ever built a terror dome out of Lego?
Funny you should ask that. I might have built a terror drum out of Lego.
Oh crap, you did! That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's great.
I forget that Jeff is new, not seeing all of the awesomeness that he has done.
Look me up on Twitter or send me a message. I'll send you a link to all my terror drum pictures.
Yeah, please do. Do you have the fighter that goes in it?
The fighter that goes in it is currently suspended.
All right, yeah, that's awesome. I love
like
it.
that. But like this, I won't take the whole thing out. But just to give you a sense, like this is the interior of part of it.
Oh man, that's just like the old play set. That's awesome.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Love
I
it.
got a terror drum. I don't have the USS flag, but you know, I can't have everything.
That's true. My buddies, when I was growing up, Brian and Kevin, they had all the G.I. Joe stuff. You're the G.I. Joe kids. I was the Lego kid. And Lego and Ghostbusters. And they had the USS flag and like all that. And we'd just play for hours on that thing, man. It was awesome.
Was that the flag was either the international symbol that your parents really loved you, or they were making up for not? I couldn't remember.
Well, they were Navy brats like I was. So like their dad served on the Ranger with my dad. He served on the Kitty Hawk with my dad. So like it was kind of a necessary toy because like David would never really buy the boys much, but like when it came to like Navy apparel and stuff like that, like they had like 100 shipwrecks. So like when they got the flag, it was fully stocked with.
That's awesome.
it was crazy.
If you didn't buy that, you didn't really love America. Then.
That's right.
Or your kids.
There was always that. I'm sorry. I hope no one's offended if I say this. But when I grew up, when divorce was not as common, there was always that like kid from a divorce household, and we could get parents from both sides, and I would be kind of a little jealous. Now, as an adult, I'm like, that was a terrible thing to think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
but
I
my
was
problem
growing
is,
up-
my parents got along after the divorce, so they never had to do the double up on presents. There was coordination.
When I was growing up as a kid, my next door neighbor's parents were divorced, and he was the one in our friend group that had the flag. So
There's always that kid.
there's always that kid, yeah.
Yeah, why couldn't I as a kid, I thought, why couldn't I have had like a really rich parent that didn't spend time with me that gave me amazing toys? Now I see this very differently as an adult. But as a kid, I was like, but the toys. Just think of the toys.
Magnus, are you collecting the 6-inch new figures, the classified figures at all, or no?
I am not. I haven't really gotten into G.I. Joe collecting recently. What I do collect a lot of is Generations Transformers, but I have not quite gotten into the most of what G.I. Joe is selling these days.
Good luck with it if you ever decide to do it. It's hard as heck to find them.
Yeah, I have enough hobbies. I don't have space and time for more hobbies. I mean, I can always make space for more, but I don't need them. I don't want to pick up a new hobby unless I really want to. But on the topic of G.I. Joe characters, I bought another of those storage cabinets because I had got one for my G.I. Joes that I showed earlier, and this one's for my Cobra. You know, see? I don't know how well you can see that.
That's great.
Cool.
So,
And those are all custom GI Joe or Cobra minifigures, right?
yes, thank you again, Meredith, for pointing me in the way of those shelves.
No problem. I had to buy another one myself.
Those are great.
Yeah, and they fit in 4 stud wide plates perfectly that you just minifigs on top of.
Not display cases.
So, speaking of non-Lego collectibles, I have something I want to show off that I got today.
Okay.
And you already saw it because I sent you a picture. But as a
Hang on,
kid, there was the
Oh,
movie,
man.
The Black Hole, and they're doing just Maximilian and the Bob and the Vincent robot. And so I ordered the Maximilian because as a kid, Maximilian scared the pants off of me. I went to the theater and did like the spinning arms and stuff. And then I was talking with Mark the other day, the action figure version was pathetic. Like it didn't really have any parts that spin. But here's like the retro, full blown out Maximilian. It's got all these accessories and it's got the spinning blades and things like that. So it's crazy big. Like I didn't think it was. I figured it would kind of be like the 6-inch action figure scale, but it's clearly bigger than that. This thing is, well, I mean, it's taller than my head, so it gives you a sense of just how large it is. So I'm pretty excited about this. I'm probably not going to get out of the packaging. I'll probably just set it on a shelf. But I usually just collect Star Wars stuff, and I try not to delve into other sub-themes. But this was one as a kid that, again, I thought Maximilian was terrifying. And then I recently rewatched the movie with my husband who had never seen it. And he's like, this is a really bad movie. And I was like, it's like, it's not very good. And
hey, it had Ernest Borgnine in it. It was awesome.
Yes.
The fact that Ernest Borgnine turned out to be the jerk in the movie was kind of disturbing, I guess.
Man, spoilers, dude. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, sorry. we watched
Soylent Green is people. You know, there's that.
No.
That was a movie I loved as a kid and everything. We watched it. We got some sort of reward at school, and we got to watch The Black Hole. And so everybody is fine until all of a sudden the big glowing meatball comes through the middle of the spaceship. You know, that scene where the meteor's coming through, and then they descend through the thing, and the dude goes to hell in the robot suit, and then they stretch, and then they ended up with angels at the end, and we're all like, "What the heck was that?" But did you see the meatball coming through the thing? That was awesome.
Yeah, the ending was kind of like Disney's version of the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey, where you're like, wait, they went through a black hole and they didn't get crushed into, super dense matter and come out the other end. I don't get it.
That's what happens to chalupas too, but that's a different story.
They become super dense though.
They do.
Hey, we gotta get the sick wheels to bed. So,
Right.
Matt, you want to say goodnight?
Night. Don't do it, Rebel. Rebel. Oh, sorry.
Get your butt over here.
That's Rebel.
You've got fans to say goodnight to.
Right.
I am slightly distracted with looking at Magnus's terror drum. So
Hey, you do that on your own time, pal. Not on this show.
All right. Well, apparently that's all the waving she's gonna do. She's waved out.
Good night.
It's exhausting.
Hey, remember on Thursday? I mean, we're gonna talk about the ideas process and all that kind of stuff. So Lego ideas is all about.
I'll have plenty of kvetching and conspiracy theorying.
Good.
Sweet.
Yo, you picking the colors now?
I'll be able to broadcast from my Lego studio.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
guys.
can do that. Good night. All right.
Good
So
night.
we'll pause the action here. We talked about it last week. We didn't do it on. We didn't do it on Thursday. We just had too much to do and everything. So what we're going to do is we are going to set up a building contest, and it's a space building contest. And we are going to pull some colors, right? So here are the available colors and all that kind of stuff. So let's do this. Can you pull out the neutral colors into one draw, so like tan and grays and stuff like that, and then we'll pull from the other colors and everything. Is that okay?
So like mostly like these kind of colors.
Yes, those basically that's going to be the agreeable colors. I mean, you can switch them up, but and everything. So those colors, and then some rare colors for secondary colors, and then main colors. Can you do that? Is that possible? We didn't talk about
And
this.
by main, you mean like the traditional like red, yellow, blue.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Can we do that?
Yes.
All right. Let me know when you're ready. This is show prep live. That was really good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull 3 colors, and that's gonna be the contest. And hopefully, folks in the chats, and we'll advertise this. We'll do it for a month or so. Is to build a space vehicle using the 3 colors he pulls. You've got a main, you've got a highlight, and you've got a machine or a whatever utilitarian color. Now you can mix them up if you want. I don't care, but we'll have those 3 colors and everything. Prediction: light gray, blue, and trans yellow. Yeah. Oh, we don't have a trans color, do we?
No, I don't have any of the trans ones in here.
Okay. Well, we probably need to pull a windshield color out. So, yeah. We didn't talk about this until we got it in. So, can you pull like a 1x1 round of some of the main trans colors?
I've got a stack of my trans that I just sorted recently.
Yes.
That's all available. So I
Okay,
could,
all right.
I could pull out of mine if you want me to.
Hey, no, yeah, that.
Whip it out.
Oh, Martin, what's up, man?
Yay.
Hello. I'm late to the party again. Nice to see everyone. So
It's always just a combo of when Martin arrives, we feel fancier, but it also feels like the Empire just showed up. I don't know.
I don't know about that. So, I tried to stay longer than I did last time when I was like, oh, hi, and then bye. So I'll hang out around for a little bit. So what's going on, everyone?
That sounds good. So we'll do that. We'll pull the colors from Matt, and then you can pull a trans color for us. Is that okay, Adrian? Okay. All right. And somebody write this down.
No.
All right, I will, for crying out loud.
Don't you
What am I
literally
running a show? I'm a space guy trying to build a castle, for crying out loud.
You have a computer in front of you and you're looking for a pen.
No, I'm getting my note on my phone.
Oh,
Because if I put it in Google Docs, I will never lose it. I've learned that. Even though the Chinese government will know exactly what I'm typing. All right, here we go.
Hey, aren't they in charge anyway?
Yeah. All right. So, new document.
hey, is the figure rattle loud? Do I need to mute myself while I do this?
So
I'm not hearing anything.
What?
your opinion of what is a neutral color? I mean, neutral colors could include some stuff over here, but this is like 2 shades of gray, black, white.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Dark tan. And then there's the sort of traditional base Lego colors: red, yellow, orange, blue,
Yep.
brown. And then there's a whole lot
Highlight color. Right.
rare colors.
That's good. That's good. All right. So, are you going to dump them in a hat or something? I know you have plenty.
So we could dump them in a hat, and I could fish one out if you trust me.
No,
Or-
actually, I don't, but I'm going to let you do it anyway.
Or
is this for the build a
take it off
spaceship
the
deal?
screen and have
Yes.
you pick a number between 1 and 6, and then count from the bottom up. You could do it that way.
No, let's dump them in a hat. That's still cooler.
Okay. Let me
All right.
get a hat.
So let's start with the neutral color. Are you ready? Here we go. I don't have a drum roll, so all right.
Hang on, I have to break them up again.
Okay, there we go. In a short cup. All right. Let's go. Here we go. Let's zoom in here. All right. The neutral color is that dark brown?
Dark gray.
Dark gray. Oh, yay. Okay, good. All right.
All right.
Dark gray. All right, let's go with the main color next. Was that old dark gray or new dark gray?
Well, for me, it's all dark gray. Oh, he's
Uh-oh.
not here. He's not even here.
Orange.
Orange. Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Dana is going to flip out.
I
We
know it.
got dark gray and orange.
Dark gray and orange. All right, here we go.
It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute to break these up.
All right, let's switch to Adrian. Adrian, are you ready with the trans color?
I'll be ready real soon. Yeah, I'm pretty ready. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you what our options are. So
okay,
here's what I have up here. These are what I've got in 1x2s. So it's red, yellow, light blue, dark gray, clear, green, orange, purple, and pink.
Okay.
I also have a trans neon yellow, but I don't have a 1x2, so I'm substituting this tan one for that.
Sweet.
So that's what I've
All
got. We have 10 options.
10
so I'm
options.
going to bust
All
these up. I'm going to bust these up and let's see what we get.
All right, are you ready, Matthew?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's pull. This is the third color for the spaceship. Here we go. Check his hands. Make sure he doesn't have one already in there.
It's like the NBA draft and the New York Knicks got Patrick Ewing. You pick the cold one. All right.
Reference lost on. Oh, what is that?
It's sand green.
Sand green. All right.
Oh, boy.
That's going to go well with the orange.
This thing is going to be very interesting.
Sand green. All right. And here we go for the trans color. Here we go.
So they're inside of my Jane hat. So
that is a very fine hat.
Give them a shake, and
very fine
it
hat.
is.
Duplicated.
I don't know if this is going to work, guys. The purple.
Oh Lord.
Dark blue.
It's purple. That's purple.
All right.
Oh, I didn't. Did I put I put a dark blue one in here? I didn't put a dark blue one in here.
Oh, redraw.
Revote.
Dark blue. All right.
Revote.
Revote.
Rig.
I can't believe I missed that one. I gotta look. This is how many of these I've got. I've got
Just franchise the dark blue.
Why do you hate dark blue?
You're
I
just
don't.
franchise
I
dark
dealt with
blue.
it all the time. All right, try again. This time. All right, it's a simple one. It's clear.
Ooh, easy.
Woo! Okay, all right, that makes it easy.
Easy.
All right, and trans clear. All right, so it is the build a space. Let's say this though. You're building a space mock. You don't have to build a spaceship. You can build any mock that you want, and in the mock needs to have these 4 colors: dark gray, orange, sand green, and trans clear. You got it? All right, so let's see. A month from today. Oh, here's perfect. A month from the day is my birthday. So it is going to be due on my birthday on this channel on March the 8th, the day before or after Bricksmith's birthday. Before. All right, day before his birthday.
It's after. Your birthday's after mine. Get it
so
together.
March the 8th on this channel. When I turn 50, I need to see your mocks that are dark gray, orange, sand green, and trans clear. So I'm going to put that in the chat so it will post around.
These colors.
Are they the only colors we can do? Look at all those colors. I've got. This is how many I've got. Like that's all I have.
Can somebody Instagram that as well?
And one.
Well, see, you need to get on some bricklinking going on. So, all right.
Yeah.
I will allow you to add one other color, but it cannot be the main color. It can be a highlight or something like that. But the main colors of the set are these right here. You can do them in any order. I'll let you do that. But the canopy has to be that color. You can add one color, but it cannot be the main color. You got to highlight
like wheels or something.
You got to highlight these colors.
Why couldn't you have pulled sand blue? I mean, come on, man.
Just gonna swap out all your sand blue, dude. 2021.
Everybody knows it's easy to make a mech in sand green. There's already the Bastion or whatever. You just buy that set, swap out a few things, put some orange in. You're good.
I don't have any orange bricks.
Don't tell Dana.
He will hook you up, man. Now you can swap it as your highlight color if you've got a lot of sand green, whatever you got.
Okay.
I don't have anything right now.
You got to talk to Guido and get your stuff delivered, man.
Yeah, you know, snowstorm after snowstorm. I was lucky I got stuff I got here. We're gonna have to go back for all the Lego.
Looks like you're just gonna have to put in a massive bricklink order.
Yeah.
About to go get all of the orange right now.
Yeah, we order stuff on the internet, and they try to deliver it to our house, and they say we can't find a house, so they have the post office for us to pick it up.
When I make the official post, I will announce prizes and stuff. I'll dig around and see what I've got. So,
see, I'm really disappointed that I forgot to include gold because I just got a whole bunch of these gold shields in my latest card holder.
Oh, me. That's what we get for doing show prep, like not doing show prep. All right, so build your mocks, be awesome, all that thing.
No one's asked Bricksmith about what happened to his hair. Did your razor give out halfway through the job?
Yeah, that's what we're wondering the same thing.
Gosh, Dad, thanks.
He wants to be like Yondu. He wants to be like Yondu.
Is that so you can brush stuff when you're cleaning with the top of your head?
So he's aerodynamic.
I remember seeing those on the golf course. My dad would do his cleats on them. Oh, was that Matthew?
I said that's how he gets the dust off of his Lego creations. He could just hold them up and do this a few times to get the dust off.
That's awesome.
I'm just jealous of your head duster because I don't have enough to do that.
You could use a Sharpie marker.
I had the club stamp, but it's mostly washed off from Saturday. I had them draw the smiley face on my hand when I went in the Lego store. That was my club stamp.
You can get a tattoo of hair.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, there's a famous guy that I won't mention who has that.
It's one of my favorite Calvin and Hobbes when he gives himself a haircut, or Hobbes gives him the haircut, and then he's all bald, and they draw it back on with a marker. It's so great, right? Here we go. So, hey, Martin, what's going on in your world? We really didn't go around the room to see what's up, but what's up in your world, man?
Well, I am just trying to figure out how to give away free Lego. I ran a Lego contest or giveaway on my Instagram page with the pure goal of trying to drive traffic to my Instagram site, and I've got a draw for that tonight. It's the flower bouquet set. So I've got to go in and dig out all the names and figure out how I get them and put it fairly in. So that's one thing going on. I saw everyone's posts with a blacksmith. I guess you're doing that shop, so I've got mine. But I figured I've seen how to build it because everyone has shared on Instagram or Facebook all the build progress. I'm like, oh, that's good. I feel like I've already built it. But I've been bricklinking. I bought it and I want it. So I bricklinked a few pieces that I needed for the actual original Black Falcon Fortress. So last week I was digging in my minifigure drawer and I found two of the figures and I was like, where am I? There.
Hey, wait. What are you doing with that finger there? Whoa. Hey. Nice to see you too, young sir.
You know what? I'm just trying to be fit in. Anyway, so did that and then I found out that I have pretty much all the pieces in old grey, apart from I have missing 7 pieces. So I bricklinked those, and those came in today. So they're sitting outside. I've just put them on the hydrogen peroxide to clean them. So I'm going to build that. And then I got all my figures in for Jabba's Palace. So, or most of them, those came in, and I had the idea for the grill given to me last week. I think it was Nathan who gave it to me, like the where the Rancor pit sits. I'll show you it actually. It actually worked out really nicely. I'll move that laptop. And
Martin, you'll have to excuse me for a moment. Red Hoopa is here. All right, we're good.
Red Hoopa.
Red Hoopa.
Yeah. All right. So,
I like the grill.
So it actually worked out really well.
Oh, that's nice.
Those pieces. And I got the black and the gold, and I think it looks better in the gold. Like it pops out a whole lot better. So I did that, and then I entered a contest. So the official Brick Nerd have a contest. I don't know if any of you have seen that on Instagram. I just saw it pop up on Facebook. It's to go ahead and make a mark out of his glasses and post it to his
Nerdlies.
Oh, you're talking about Tommy. Okay.
Yeah. So I built I put his glasses on there, and then built my little self a little space cruiser.
There you go.
Very cool.
And then I built
It looks like one of those convertibles from Dimension X from the old Ninja Turtles cartoon, which I'm not complaining at all. That's cool.
Again, I tend to build things that I think, oh, that's good and original, and then I realize it's just something I've seen on TV and forgot that I've seen it. What a great idea. Yeah.
It actually reminds me a lot of the Blue Falcon car from the Blue Falcon and Dynamite.
Yeah.
Was one of the coolest things back in the day, that car spaceship-y thing or whatever that he flew around in. So that is amazing. Super cool.
Fun to do. That's my first dabble in space. I thought I built a spaceship. Someone corrected me and said I haven't built a spaceship. I built whatever it is, like a speeder. Oh, almost got to a spaceship.
It's a spaceship.
You built those really, really bubbly rovers and aliens and stuff before, right?
Yeah, where the animals live in the zoo. I built my daughter. The zoo turned into spaceships on the moon. That's right. So I have. Thank you for encouraging me. But that's what's been going on here. So
yeah, I do recall it beat all of us spacers in getting space awards. Not saying I'm jealous or mad or anything, but I am.
I think you were weren't you the you were the theme master of were you the theme master of that one or the nominator? I don't know. So
I won the theme. I won the theme for the space year because I built a little space-looking little trophy.
Yeah,
and so that's what won. But everybody's like, "You got a cool trophy for what you built." Like, no, that's what won. So,
Martin, I was thinking. You said that everyone's done that blacksmith build, and it's true.
Yeah.
Everyone has done it. What if you took it to a different level? I haven't seen anyone taking it and modifying it or changing it or doing their own twist to it.
Yeah, it's a fancy idea. I
heard a gauntlet thrown down. Did you?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Hold on, let me give you my beer. I'll be right back. So go take care of that one. I think that so Boone Langston did the alternative build for that Coliseum and did it really good. So that might be something that's missing. That is a good alternative build out the parts, and I really bought it for the parts because I think it's a great castle builder starter set when I look at it all. So actually, that's not a bad idea. I do like a bit of difference, and maybe I'll get that done before everyone finishes their blacksmiths. I might take it and run that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Maddie.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Yeah. Birthday. So
it's awesome. Yeah, this of the blacksmith build, the part that I got a little, it was not as fun of a build is building that tree because you had to. There was a step that you had to do 4 times, and in that one there were steps that you had to do 2 times per step per branch and everything. And it's all the little fiddly flowers on the little bendable sprues, and that I did not enjoy. So that will be my only negative. But it looks good, but it's a pain in the butt. It's greebling that I don't know how to do. So
what would a suggestion be, Maddie? I feel like my people are working. I'm like, that's a good idea. Now, what do you think you should do for that? Is what I asked them. I'm like, great suggestion. Now, tell me.
I think I would take apart the pieces and make a smaller village, like a village vignette, in a way.
So a bunch of mini themes, maybe for each.
Yeah, little tiny themes. So it's great that there's the blacksmith, but I wasn't expecting it to be a full-blown house. Usually, when I think of a blacksmith shop, I think of it as something a little bit smaller, right? Yeah. And you have I think from what I recollect, I don't own it, but there's a lot of stuff for the ground, so you could like stretch it out the base a little bit more than what it actually is, and then you can set up little houses. Because I think the house was great, but for me it just seemed a little bit too large for a medieval house. You know, in a village. I don't know.
So as I look at it, I'm like, okay, so what would I do? I'm like, the pieces that stand out to try to make something out of it that are different, like the blue roof bits, right? It's like, well, how am I going to work those into the build and maybe like have that as a seed part to something?
Maybe you could use it as the walls instead of using those roof tiles as the roof. You could use those as like the wall texture on the outside of a building.
That would be good.
You know, like you could stack. They're trapezoids, right? I need to draw it because I'm really horrible at explaining things.
Hey, Chris, I'm gonna run out of here, but I'll see you guys at 9 on my channel. I'll be wearing the same red shirt.
Can you see it? Like
costume change. Costume change.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, but like all the way across, because then it would be like this high, right? It would be like six studs high.
I like the idea of potentially the little houses for each person. The other thing I think about as I look at that, so I see the studies and I'm like, it looks like water, right? Flowing water. So if you want to pour water and a little build there, a little bit of landscape, that might work.
Or you could even do something crazy. Like it also reminds me of dragon scales. So what if you made the ground like dragon scales and then you had a building on top of it, like it was riding on the dragon's back?
Classic bricks, 830 as a normal. Sorry.
Huh.
Wheels
I'm
are
up for
turning.
that challenge. That's a fun one. So because it
Now-
looks
I
like a
wish-
good set.
I wish I had it so I could take it apart and do it. I got really inspired by this YouTube channel called Can You Modular It? I don't know if you've seen that guy. He's so goofy. He takes normal sets and he modulars it.
Speaking of dragons, did you see the new Ninjago sets with the dragon spaceship thing and the shields are used in the wing? Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
Oh,
Yes.
this is a color palette. That's
cool?
really cool. And it's
Is that
so-
Ninjago or is that
I'm sorry,
Monkey Kid?
Monkey Kid. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Monkey Kid.
They're all
See, Jeff.
Okay.
It totally looks like a Ninjago set.
Yeah, it does.
And then there's the big spider. Come on, phone, rotate. There it goes. The big spider thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
Big creepy spider.
Is that a Medusa minifig? Like with the Medusa head?
No, it's a spider hat.
Oh, that's sick.
It's kind of like the Hela headdress from Thor Ragnarok.
I like this cyborg spider dude, though. I think he's cool.
He's holding a coffee mug.
Well, everybody likes a coffee.
Yeah.
Some
Coffee's
people
good.
do have to have some motivation to be evil, you know.
And then the Monkey Island is really neat, too.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think it's more motivation to do evil than to be evil. You can just be evil. I'm evil. I need motivation to do evil.
I don't know. Personally, I think it'd be evil to get up and not have coffee because then it's like you're really cranky and everything, and that just makes it easier to be evil.
Sometimes when you're low evil, you need some coffee, and then that gets you into medieval.
Oh.
Medieval.
Gosh,
that's the second time you pulled a dad.
That was a
You
terrible
complain about the
dad
boy's
joke.
hair, and then
Okay, so I've got Odin's son, Verily. And I got Cap. And Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Whip. I'm a little disappointed he didn't come with a bagel that you could throw and bagel someone in the head. That's just me.
that's one of the best moments in that little movie. Throws the bagel in it.
That's the best onomatopoeia ever. Bagel.
Oh, technique. It's kind of cool. I will have to admit that Lego is pretty smart because I think they took leftover Nexonite ideas and turned it into the first run of those little mechs for Marvel, and they sold really well. They're a good little pocket set, and so they probably can sneeze those out in about 10 minutes in the marketing meeting because the waist is exactly the same. The legs and the arms and the shoulders are pretty much exactly the same. They add a few little bits here and there, and they're done. But I'm all in. I bought them all, and I love them all because they're really posable and fun. They look better in person than they do on the box by far. So they're great sets. Good for parts too. So
I really like the Thor mech. I think it's the best one, personally, in my opinion.
Yes,
but I think Thor is really great. He's got like the Thor boots, with the knee pads, and he's got the back of the mech is colored to look like this whole cape going on there, and just this one's just really good. And Cap's pretty good. It's not bad looking. It's all right.
The shield looks neat.
The shield is cool, and I do like that you can stick the shield on his back.
Yes.
The Miles Morales is kind of like, I feel like they could have done something more with this because it's kind of stick arms and stick legs with the web things stuck on it, and it's kind of like I don't know. This one I'm the least impressed with, but the figure it comes with is great because it's Miles with his whole like hoodie outfit thing. So you can do the whole like "What's up, danger" thing upside down off the roof of the building.
That's cool.
And that's pretty cool.
I'm going to run and go and build something out of this medieval blacksmith. I'll be back.
You've been flung a craven on him, so that's awesome.
Chicken casserole is cooking downstairs with my cup of tea, so I'm going to go get that and then figure out this Instagram giveaway that I've got to do later on here. Figure out how to do that. But nice to see everyone.
Is the chicken fried?
It's not. Yeah, no, it's double fried. That's how you do it, right? So,
well, yeah. If you're going to be Alabamian, I mean,
fried twice. So not just once.
Nice.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me. We'll see you, Maddie. Thanks for the idea.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you do out of that. So keep me posted.
I will. All right. Cheers.
Good to see you, buddy.
So what is double frying chicken? You just fry it and then you fry it again?
It was a joke.
But is there such a double fried chicken? Like you twice baked potatoes? Is double frying a chicken?
I don't know, but it sounds pretty good because
wouldn't it dry out though?
I like fried chicken,
South,
so if there were a way to double fry it, I would eat it.
Oh yeah, right.
In the South, we fry everything: Snickers bars, Twinkies.
I was gonna say you can double fry Oreos. I've had those before. So I think you fry it once and then you batter it again and then you fry it a second time.
Wow.
Okay. Just to get extra batter on, basically.
That's like a hard pack in a package.
It's adding the calories, adding another egg, some extra flour, and some more oil. Woo.
It's endorsed by the American Cardiologists Association.
You like the guys at Bill Swarsky's bar where they're like,
oh no.
You could deep fry flip flop, and I would give it a tug, and I would go after it once. You know what I'm saying? So
Ram Lego is correct. He just said 2 temperatures low to cook through, high to get it extra crispy. Crispy. Extra crispy.
Yeah, that'll be your new nickname. We're going to call you Extra Crippy every time you come in. So.
Okay, Crippy.
Bram is our gourmand. He's been doing all sorts of cooking and stuff that I'm on a Discord with him, and every day he posts something that looks like he's been on an episode of Chopped.
Chopped?
Yeah, he's got all this kind of gourmet cooking stuff going on.
Yes, and I have you want a Walmart pizza or some SpaghettiOs to my kid when I'm having to do supper, and he's like, I've got some salmon Florentine, and you can put extra cheese on your pizza. I don't know.
At our house, we've been doing the mail away meals kits, and that's probably been a lifesaver with all this quarantining because otherwise we eat the same 5 things, every week.
That's right.
So,
Top Bears.
You mean like Blue Apron and that sort of thing?
Yeah, we use the
Top
something
Bears.
chef, not Top Chef, something chef. I don't remember. Home Chef. The Home Chef. That's what we get 4 meals a week. We went to 5 for a while, but we just found that we weren't always eating them, and we don't want to waste money on food we're not eating, so we cut back to 4. But and then Thomas is the cook at our house, and I think it really helps him mentally, like, to have a challenge of making something he's never made before. I mean, they're not all radically different, but at least it gives us some variety.
Look, Gil is commenting, but we got space, man. Get in the room.
Yeah, for real, right?
Come on, Gil.
Come on.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, Gil, get in the room.
I'm gonna be going soon myself.
Make those Canadian beavers paddle faster to get you in.
Yeah.
Gotta get the can in the string pulled real tight.
So I was testing to see whether or not I could make it down into my area without losing connection.
You're a little choppy, Rich. What?
I'm not choppy. I've got full connection right now. I got full 5G connection. Darn, he's figured it out.
I'm just waiting for the
will be.
Rich is gonna trip and the camera is gonna be like all over the it's gonna be like this kind of thing.
I'm checking out all the stuff I bought before I left and put stuff in storage. Finally, it went from the guy's house across the street directly into storage. What we got in here?
Well, I didn't really think I needed this blacksmith shop because it isn't an actual castle, but now I want it.
Well, here it is. Hang on. I just finished the house. I got to build the knife and the little cart afterwards, but it's pretty sweet. I mean, this has been a lot of fun to build, except for this stupid tree, which was a pain in the butt. But other than that, the details are cool. There's lots of little details. The funnest thing, or the most fun, is that you push the bellows and the fire lights up in the thing, which is super amazing. So they built it like for a kid to play with, which is really nice. But then there's all these details. Oh no, the Moose Man is here.
Hello, folks.
What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much. Just doing a few things here on the computer, and thought I'd see if there's space, and there is.
There's always. That's right.
Space.
Everybody's
Unless it's castle.
There's no Canadians on, so we figured there'd be plenty of bandwidth up there for you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, old guys, here you go.
I gotta tell you, the Great White North has come to Pennsylvania.
Have you got a lot of snow, Rich?
Yeah. The last Saturday it was 12 inches, I think. 18.
Not, yeah. Nope.
Send some up north. Those Torontons aren't getting enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've still got like zip.
I could use some snow here. I'm missing the snow.
I think it's just like barely covering the ground. That's it.
Can you see?
Oh yeah. Is that? Oh, I guess it's plowed, eh? That cobblestone or whatever is there.
Yeah, they cleaned it off so people could walk around. Here, let me open the window again. I could climb out my window.
I saw it was 46 degrees and it was sleeting on Saturday, and then it dropped to 35 and started to rain. So I have no idea what's going on here. The northeast corner above like Commerce in that area in Georgia got a couple inches of snow, but we didn't get anything. And it's supposed to be like warm. It was like it went to 60 today. It's gonna be like 63 here tomorrow. So we're not getting any snow this year.
63 Celsius. Oh, right.
No, 63 in real degrees.
Oh, hogsheads. Gotcha.
That's Kelvin, 63 degrees Kelvin.
Yes.
I'm gonna get going here. I have some friends I'm gonna catch up with, but it's great to see you all.
Oh, so we're not good enough friends. You don't want to hang out with us. I understand. That's all right. You know, it's okay. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you all.
See you, man.
See you, Magnus.
Take care. Catch you soon.
Yeah, the blacksmith shop I finished last night, and man, that thing is so solid. It's like amazing. It's just an amazing set.
It is. I mean, and it's very thoughtful in its design, laying out, getting all the snot and all the woodworking and stuff here. It's very and it's clean too. You know, it looks so much simpler than the model that the guy did.
Yeah.
But this looks very Lego and very clean, and you know, not too overdone and everything. So I love it.
I think too, like when I was done, I kind of like look at the size of it and how soundly built it is, and I'm like, and there's zero Technic in there outside of maybe about like 8, things with a Technic hole. That's it. I'm like, wow. So it's all traditional construction, and it's that strong, right?
Yeah,
so,
it is.
I was really impressed.
The only Technic is those little pins that kind of hold the roof in, so it can pivot there.
That's it. Yeah.
And the neat thing about that is it's made with that brown little flat, whatever, like a Technic nail or whatever, and it looks like the wood. And it's spot on, perfect. So
yeah. I think what was kind of cool too is that I haven't bought a lot of sets in recent years, but like when I was putting together, I'd say maybe like 40% of the pieces I didn't have, like, or they were in such low rep or in such distant colors from what was there. It felt like, wow, it's like I got like a parts pack with like 1,000 parts that are brand new to me. I'm like, score, this is amazing, right? So, yeah.
It's one of those you want to get a second one just to have the parts for, but plopping down $150 is not exactly the way to do that.
Yeah, neither's 200.
Called bricks and pieces. Just get the parts you want.
That's true.
But that's it. I was thinking about that, but then as I'm going through it, I'm like, I literally want half of these parts, and I'm like, wow, like I can't beat that by doing it one by one.
Well, and the funny thing is, I've built this thing, and I've got the one last bag where you build the knights and the cart, and I really don't care. I'm going to build it, but it's like I'm just kind of marveling at the building and enjoying it and everything. And it's odd that they put them in last. It's almost like we're going to put a couple of castle figures in there. Let's pick which theme we're going to do, and so that's the last one they threw in. So, but there's a lot of castle folks and town folks who are like, why didn't they throw the goat figurine in here? That would actually make things sell like even worse. Or better. Madhouse. But anyway, no big deal.
But that kind of stuff. Sometimes it gets on my nerves. Like it's like kind of like this would have made the whole set. So out of the 2,134 pieces, some little thing that is best served in curry rather than running around on the farm.
You gotta have the goat to make the curry.
That's where goat tastes the best, right? So I'm like, that's like, come on, like that's ridiculous.
Let's not bring up spacemen in different colors then.
Actually, I went to a meeting one time, and the committee or whoever was supposed to feed us the next meeting, it was a men's get together. They said, "Hey, William, what are we having next week?" He goes, "Well, I got a goat that ain't feeling so good, so we're probably going to have him." No, thank you.
Where I used to live, there was an Armenian place, and they did those. They're like swords where they have that sort of like stewed meat or whatever, and they wrap it around the sword. They put it over like the goat was like the best thing on the menu. It was so good. It's ridiculously good.
That's because they had taken the sword and killed the goat actually outside, and then
it's like a 2-in-1.
So.
Yeah. No, the sword was one where you didn't tip enough at the end. Yeah.
Well, they'll get their tip one way or the other. Is that?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, while I was building that set, I was watching. I kind of wanted something in theme to have playing in the background, and on Netflix, I was watching Letter to the King or For the King. I can't remember which, but it's like a fantasy thing that's on now, and I thought, maybe it's like one of those throwaway CW kind of shows or whatever. Sort of sucks, but it's really good. I was really surprised. Like it's quite compelling. I think I'm like 6 or 7 into it. I'm like, wow. Like if this is sort of the same level of stuff they do, like the Lord of the Rings prequel or whatever they're going to be having on Prime, I'm like, that's pretty good.
Huh, so what was it called again?
Letter to the King. And the other thing is, I was kind of like, it's kind of with like a couple of characters are like older teens, so I'm kind of like, but they handle it well. It's not like it's not like a CW Arrow or whatever sort of annoying thing. But
you mean a teen drama with some superpowers poured on it?
Yes, which I despise.
It's not Castle Twilight.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I saw a trailer yesterday. They've made a Pacific Rim like thing for Netflix.
I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, you've already seen it? Because it doesn't come out here until March.
No, just the trailer.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking that Paul is going to be super jazzed about that because he's all about Godzilla monsters and stuff right now. So, anything with giant monsters and giant robots fighting, he's all about it. He'll be thrilled.
It's the same studio that actually made the Netflix Godzilla anime they had, which the first one of that was actually kind of fun, but the second one was so boring.
Yeah, well, he's watched those too. So,
Wait, are you talking about the one that had Godzuki in it back in the 80s? That was the best.
Oh, I wish. Oh man, I wish. Godzuki was great. He was like the original Snarf.
The Scrappy Doo of the Godzilla world.
That's right. Yeah. I love the theme song too. They have the heavy bass drums. Godzilla, dun 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 dun, and Godzilla.
Maddie, these were cartoons when we were kids, and you weren't around.
Yeah, I wasn't around then, so I'm having a hard time following. But I kind of get the gist of it.
I'm pretty sure you can YouTube.
I can't follow, but I'm having a great time.
Back then the cartoons were so simple and bad. I basically just gave you like 90% of what went on. So
yeah, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Somehow they were always near the water. They always called it Godzilla. He would come out of the water
and stand,
and Godzuki would blow the smoke because he couldn't blow fire, and it was played it for laugh. Once it was funny, and then there was that went on for 2 seasons, or I don't know how long it was on.
Okay, but for Godzilla, like the dork's got that button that magically calls Godzilla in his pants. So he hits that thing, and then Godzilla
starts PG-13.
It's Godzilla. So then Godzilla starts coming up, and they have that stock footage of like Godzilla swimming up from the depths, and then the water bubbles, and now he's standing, and now he's in like the kiddie pool. Well, you can't swim from the depths and stand in the kiddie pool.
It's called a continental shelf. Whatever.
Physics. It was an insult to 7-year-old me.
Well, remember, we also watched Speed Buggy and we're entertained. So
yeah.
Gil, there's a continental shelf that goes out, little ways, and then it drops. So he could have climbed up the continental shelf cliff and then stood up like a kiddie pool.
Which I would have gone for, except when he stands up, it's like up to his knees. So he can't remain submerged on the continental shelf.
No, he can't.
The next 2 hours is going to be talking about the logistics of this.
This is why Gil never had friends.
That's right. I did. My friend was Godzuki.
My friend is Godzuki, and he loved me.
Of course he was. All right, but I do remember I mean, my highlight. I remember watching Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, total crush on Firestar, especially when certain animators drew it. I'm just going to say that right now. They got that right. But then what I used to love to watch the redo of Space Ghost that they had, because I love that new Phantom Cruiser that looked like the Starbird toy a little bit. And everything. I love that. I love that Space Ghost. And watching the old Space Ghost is kind of cool. But that 80s version of Space Ghost that no one really remembers, oh, I loved it, man. I loved it big time.
Yeah, it was really good.
So much fun.
There's another version of Space Ghost, because I only saw the 80s version.
Well,
the 80s is the newer one.
60s Hanna-Barbera.
It was like the 60s, yeah. It was Hanna-Barbera. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and the Space Ghost that is on that was on Space Ghost Coast to Coast and Cartoon Planet was a reference to the 60s more than it was to the 80s version, because they had the older spaceship, the swoopy stuff. And I preferred Cartoon Planet to Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Cartoon Planet was awesome because it was all about Brack, and hearing Brack talk will make me laugh. Hey, buddy!
Hey, buddy! Brack!
Oh, Brack was awesome. I love it.
Yeah, when he sings the song about driving down Highway 40, it's just
driving down Highway 40. That's so funny.
In his big old pickup truck.
That's right. He did, and there's somewhere on the internet where it still exists. He did an interview on WGST, like an interview, like a after-hours interview, radio interview with some guy in Atlanta, and he was just there improv stuff and doing a call-in show. And there's clips of it for everywhere. And Brack's talking about somebody asked him if he ever had a lightsaber, and he's like, I had one, and I turned it on and I burned my leg, and my mom put it up. And it's just hearing him telling me this absolutely hilarious. I mean, I'd laugh for days. I love that guy's voice. In fact, I think that guy was involved in a lot of the stuff at Turner before it,
he was a producer, I think. He was like the producer of the show.
Andy somebody, I believe. I can't remember.
There's that. Would that have been like sort of like early mid 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because back during that time, like we got this really spotty sort of exposure to that stuff. Like
Space Ghost Coast to Coast was like early 2000s. That was
it?
Yeah, that was like
90. Well, because I remember I was watching it in North Carolina, and that was 90 for me, 96 to 2000.
Well, so maybe late 90s to early 2000s, right in that area.
Then, well, actually, wait. So I'm, So I'm at a high, so I'm in university. Yeah. So it'd be around like 96, 97. Because I remember like to try to find like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, or even some of those, they had those weird sort of like adult-oriented thing, like the Max and Aeon Flux, and kind of like that show after dark kind of thing. And I remember that like they would be picked up and dropped by different channels here. So like if you came across it, it was always something. But I remember like whenever you take, go for a spring break to Florida or something, it used to be a blast just to find these things so easily on Cartoon Network or whatever it was that was showing down there.
You went on to Florida on spring break and you were watching cartoons?
Well, I wasn't telling you what I was doing. We were doing in preparation while watching cartoons. So
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Things we don't want to know.
No.
Oh, all right. We're getting close to an hour and a half. So let's review the day. We have, hey, Alyssa, good to have you here. We have picked the colors for our contest. That is a month contest for build a space vehicle with certain amount of colors. They've been drawn. And let's see if I can remember. It is dark gray. There it is, dark gray, orange, sand green, and trans clear are the colors, plus one of your own to build to build a spaceship contest. Well, I'll make a formal announcement and post and prizes and everything. So that is the contest. So it's not as bad as it could be. There were no pinks and purples and everything, which would have been pretty exciting. And we almost had trans purple until the trans blue vote said they were disenfranchised. So we got them back in the mix and split the vote, and clear came back through. So anyway, so that is the contest for this week. On Thursday on Old Gray Bricks, we will talk about the Lego ideas, the process, and whether we think it needs to be upgraded and things like that. We'll talk about that. Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Yeah. When we talk about ideas, can we talk about whether ideas has become the tail that wags the dog? Because I feel like my community is over awash in people who are campaigning for votes and not campaigning for, wow, that's crazy cool, I admire what you did, which is, I think, the motivation that used to drive people. Or I'm going to take this to a show and watch some kid's face just light up or jaw drop. Like, it seems like to me that's why people built. And now it's like all about, getting those votes for ideas. And, to me, it kind of takes some of the fun out of it a little bit. Like, I love seeing a cool mock, but I don't need it posted on all 5 of the, Facebook pages I follow that are Lego, which is what I see all the time. Like, someone will do a dump and they'll hit every single platform and their Instagram. And, it's like, I'm on all those platforms too. You don't need to share it 5-10 times.
We'll talk about that. I mean, or the process itself make that necessary, because you can. There's probably 900 kids a day posting 900 different little mocks to ideas. So maybe there's some sort of selection process even at the up end. So we'll talk about all that on Thursday. That'll be awesome. All right. So thank y'all for joining us tonight. Any last thoughts or any questions for the Canadian while he's here? No. Okay, good.
Story of my life.
For the Canadian? No. I do have one thing I want to show that is actually not Lego related.
Oh, sure.
My wife got for me, she kickstarted something for me for Christmas, and it just finally got delivered today, and she just gave it to me. It is D&D dice with a rubber ducky on the inside.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So
nice.
So I've got the whole set in a bathtub. It came shipped in a bathtub of the whole dice set. So the
Lego duckies.
The D6, actually, you can see at the best that there's a ducky. They are not Lego duckies, but they're pretty close to Lego ducky sized. But she gave me a whole set of these things for Christmas.
See, that would be better if they were Lego duckies inside dice. But okay, those are cool.
They are ridiculously adorable. That's all.
That's pretty sweet.
I approve.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for those in the chat over there. Have a great evening. Be kind. Be a good neighbor. And for crying out loud, wear a mask. Yeah, weirdos. Talk to you later.
Quit sending me your snow, Gil.